Hey everyone, it's Joelle here from Strong Mind Self Tart, and today I am giving you a 27-week pregnancy update. Hey guys, so I am going to do an update on my pregnancy. This is my 5th pregnancy and I am 27 weeks pregnant, and I just thought that I would do a Q&A with myself. So I have written some questions and I'm going to do my best to answer them and just give you guys the best update I possibly can. I am filming in my bathroom because you don't want to see the rest of my house, and Dave is out there studying and the lighting is brighter here, so hope you don't mind any background interference. Okay, here we go. So first of all, I'll just give you a belly shot. Keep in mind, this is baby number 5, so there is a lot of muscle memory going on here, but baby is happy and kicking and moving and growing, which is awesome. Okay, so question number 1 that I wrote for myself is, why haven't I talked more about this pregnancy on my YouTube channel? Okay, well, a couple reasons for that. Number 1, this baby just means so much to Dave and I, and is just so precious that sometimes the most personal, special things in my life I just like to keep to myself and not actually share with everybody. So I have kind of been private and silent about it. The other reason is because when I was 10 weeks along, I had a really, I'm just at my battery. Why do I never charge my phone before I film this? I had a really big scare, and I'm not going to go into too much details because I understand sometimes kids might see this, or guys sometimes, so it's a bit more of a womanly thing, but I had what's called a subchorionic hemorrhage. I have had them before in my other 2 previous pregnancies, and they are really scary, but this was definitely the worst one I have ever had. And I spent the day in the emergency room and basically thought that the doctor was trying to prepare me that there was a very good chance we had lost the baby, and if we hadn't, even to prepare ourselves for the fact that it could happen. So that really was really difficult and very scary at the time. So yeah, but praise God, baby is totally fine. And at my last checkup, there is still some evidence of some stuff there, but it's not at all concerning, and the doctors are really happy with the progress of baby and everything looks good to go. So that's kind of why I've been a little bit more quiet about it, but I am now 27 weeks and I am just so excited that I want to start being able to share a little bit more about what's going on. Okay, question number 2, did Dave and I find out the gender of this baby? So the answer to that is no. And I have a couple of reasons for that. Number 1, I just really love the surprise. So I never found out with our first 3 babies, although I felt in my heart that we were having boys, and I just had a really strong feeling that we were, and we did. Lily, my 4th pregnancy, was such a shock, and so, sounds terrible, but so not planned, that I really did feel like I wanted some level of control. And so I did find out the gender, and when I found out it was a girl, I actually didn't believe the doctor. So so I've had both. I've had not finding out until the birth, and I've had finding out. Both are fantastic, both are awesome, both are beautiful. There's definitely pros to both of those, but with this 5th baby, I truly mean it when I say I do not have a preference. I know I have 3 boys and 1 girl, so everyone would probably think I would want another girl. Of course I would love another little girl, but at the same time, I love my boys so much, and we would be so happy to welcome another little boy into our family. So I just didn't want to find out because I really don't care. I know that sounds terrible, but I mean that in a good way. I don't care. I just want a healthy, happy baby, and I really do love that feeling of not knowing and then giving birth and them announcing what I have had. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, and also, like I said, I don't want, not that I actually really care about what people think because it's our family. I mean that sensitively, but at the same time, I just don't want this misconception that I would want a girl over a boy. When Lily was born, and I was thrilled out of my mind, but I just had some people that probably didn't mean to be rude, but the things they said and the comments they said were so like negatively geared towards my boys that I was grateful that they were so young that they wouldn't actually pick up on what people were saying, because it was like, oh, you finally had a girl, oh, you must be so relieved, and she's the roses among the thorns, and all these just terrible things. So if I have a girl, I will be over the moon and so happy for Lily to have a sister and for me to have a daughter. But if I have another boy, I absolutely love my 3 little superheroes, and I would be happy to have another one. So that's the answer to that question. Okay, so question number 3 is, am I afraid of the current global national situation with coronavirus and COVID and all of that sort of stuff? Okay, short answer, no, I'm not afraid, not at all. But I am aware and I am cautious, but I'm definitely not living in fear. You know, I just, number one, believe that God is in control and He is sovereign and everything is in His hand. So I have a peace about that. But number 2, I just know, you know, basic common sense, guys. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay out of germ-infested areas. I work in a nursing home, so I have for years and years had good infection control. I have worked through gastro outbreaks and influenza outbreaks, and praise God, never gotten sick. Just common sense. So obviously the same will apply. I mean, we're in lockdown anyway, but I wouldn't have any, you know, unwell people near my newborn baby. Just, yeah, using common sense. So no, I'm not afraid, not at all. That would be the answer to that question. Question number 4 kind of relates to question number 3, and that is, would I consider having a home birth? Now, honestly, there is a part of me that would love to have a home birth. Maybe that sounds crazy, but my mother had me at home. So she is a superhero, and she had the flu while she had me at home. So that is one strong woman. So my mum did it. I also have another friend in Australia, in Sydney, who had a home birth. So they are kind of popular and happening. Now, at this stage, I am not considering a home birth, simply because I've had all my other babies at hospital. I've had good experiences there. I absolutely want to use gas and air, so I want to be in the hospital for that. However, although I said I'm not afraid of the coronavirus, which I'm not, what I would not want is like massive control. So if it got to the stage, and I really don't believe this will happen, but if it got to the stage that for whatever reason they didn't allow Dave to come with me or something like that to give birth, then I would not plan on going to the hospital. I would then look into hiring a midwife and having a home birth, but I really don't see that happening. But yeah, it's not out of the question for me, but at this stage, still planning a hospital birth. Okay, and the last question I'm going to ask myself today, because I feel like I've talked for ages already, so I won't go on and on, is, I'm looking at my notes, what is my plans for after birth? So basically, although I want to go to the hospital and have my baby, I don't want to stay there long at all. Like, if it's at all possible, I would like to sign out on the same day and just prepare my home way ahead of time. I'm going to go nesting crazy anyway, so just get my house completely prepared as though it were the hospital, and yeah, have the baby in the hospital, but God willing, come straight home and just have all my recovery at home in my bed with my own comforts at home. And you know, that way, because at the moment kids cannot come, they can't visit, and I really want my other 4 babies to be able to come and see their new brother or sister. So being home is going to be the best environment for that to happen. So that is my plan at this point, God willing. And yeah, I hope to update you again. Obviously I'm not going to do it every week, but a little bit closer to the due date, I would like to give you another update and let you know where we're at. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was interesting. It's a little bit different from what I usually do, but I really wanted to do this video. So thank you if you made it to the end for listening, and feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you are a lady, because I'm going to tag subchorionic hemorrhage in this video, so if that's something that you're going through or you're worried about or you're experiencing, please feel free to message me in the comments below, and I would love to get in contact with you and just share my own experiences, and hopefully that can help you, because something that helped me when I was going through it was hearing other women who had gone through that. So yeah, been more than happy to chat with you there. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and I will see you next time on Strong Mind Soft Heart. Bye.